Welcome to another edition of Pittsburgh Sportsline at Olive Oil's Pizzeria, 930 Brookline Boulevard. We've got a great crowd here tonight. The weather's a little iffy, cloudy, rainy, sunny. That's Pittsburgh, isn't it? I think I hit it. So we've got a nice show coming up for you. A lot of different guests here to talk sports and other stuff. I'm Al Levine, the talking machine. Smoking Jim Frazier's with me, doing his Stevie Wonder imitation every week. I can't help it. He had glaucoma surgery. I don't know what happened with his brain surgery, but he's on the show, and I don't pick on him too much as far as he can tell. So we'll move forward. Thanks for watching us on Comcast 7, only in Bethel Park. Thanks for watching us on Verizon 32 in Bethel Park and all the way from Nemacolin, Cranberry, Wexford, and all points in between. This show will be seen on Wednesday night, so thanks for watching us. On Facebook, we're at 6,873 likes. Thanks to all the people that watch our show and like it. We appreciate that. We're just a small show and a station, but we've got a lot of reach out there with people, and we've done boxing and other numerous things that you guys are fans of. Our show is sponsored. What's on Your Mind is sponsored by Skeets Lewandowski of Skeets Service Station. They're right past Trax Farm and Mineral Beach closed down, right past the Dairy Queen, Red, White, and Blue Station. Anything and everything they work on gas. I was just there because my check engine light's on, but we're going to work on that at Skeets. But make sure you give him a call. Let me check his number. I had it memorized, but I've got too many conversations. 724-348-4715. Give him a call. Say, Al Levine, the talking machine, said you work on gas. Anything. Lawnmowers, weed whackers, cars, trucks, you name it, boats. He works on it all. And they're reasonable, and they put the time in. And every Monday they have a little smorgasbord. They have donuts from Bethel Bakery. I could travel 1 mile to Bethel Bakery, but instead I go 7 miles just to get a donut from Bethel Bakery at Skeets Service Station. We're going to start with What's on Your Mind, Smoking Jim Frazier.
Thanks, Al Levine, the talking machine. And if you want the green,
don't break it.
You got to see Levine, the owner of a big can of spray tan.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Every day on the deck, I'm sipping loose leaf green tea. This is my tan. He's just jealous of it because I went from his white friend to a different color type of friend.
Big hand for Pittsburgh Sportsline Hall of Famer Skip Atkins is in the house.
He just was in the hospital. He won't tell me what happened, but he's feeling better.
Big hand for my good friend Barney, a.k.a. Baby Doll, is in the house. And on July 8th, Monday, July 8th, Barney will be the 22nd person inducted into the Pittsburgh Sportsline Hall of Fame. Big hand for Barney.
What an announcement. He has the only vote on the Hall of Fame. I don't even know when or where it is. Somebody tell me. This is my show.
I always say whatever a man can do, a woman can do better. The best college basketball team is not Duke or Kentucky. It's the UConn women's basketball team. The greatest fighter of all time is not Floyd Mayweather. It's Layla Ali, 24-0 with 21 knockouts. Susie McConnell, she was an all-state basketball player and won a state championship in high school at Seton LaSalle High School. She went on to Penn State to be a college basketball All-American. She was a WNBA All-Star. She was the WNBA Head Coach of the Year. She won 5 WPIAL championships, 3 state championships as the head coach of Oakland Catholic. She's a 2-time Dapper Dan Sportswoman of the Year, and she's in the Basketball Hall of Fame. If Susie McConnell was a man, there'd be a statue erected in her honor. Listen, we got equality for the white man. There's equality for the black man. There's equality for the red man. There's equality for the yellow man. There's equality for the gay man. There's equality for the tan man. How about a little equality for the woman?
I can't even hear you. Is he done? No, he's done. I just wasn't aware that he was done, because that was some new material. I think I heard some different things, but I don't understand why he gets these pictures. I call it Sweeties for Jimmy. There's 3 or 4 pictures of a woman every day. I'm confused about this. Oh, whatever. He was trying to be respectful. I don't know why, but he was. I can't be as entertaining as Smoking Jim, but what's on my mind is a news story come across today that David Ortiz from Boston Red Sox got shot in the Dominican Republic. They removed part of his colon, his intestine, and his gallbladder, and he's coming back to America, and they said he'll be able to travel. That's the only report that I saw on ESPN, but there's one of the legendary baseball stars in the world. Even Smoking Jim knows about him, even though he doesn't know baseball. No, I didn't see it. No, it's just sad what goes on. We're so thankful and blessed to be in America, even with all the problems that we have, and it's great to be able to talk sports and not bring something negative out like this, but that just caught my eye on the news, because it's like, what's next between all these shootings and other things? So we just pray for him. Our prayers go to him and others involved with these incidences, and hope somehow they get cut down, because we don't need that. And we got a lot of great sports and guests to talk to, and first one is a hero I got to bring up of mine, Attila Domos. Congrats on your 3rd Pittsburgh Marathon.
Thank you
win.
very much.
That's the only reason you're on this show again.
Right. That's all we got to talk about.
I said you had to win to get back on.
So I did.
I don't want to talk about not setting the world record and all that, because it was a gallant effort.
Yeah, but
and
you know,
learned from it.
You're
doing it again.
You can talk about anything.
We
Doesn't
will
matter.
talk about that.
You know me.
I know.
Whatever topic you want to go.
We'll try not to talk about any controversies,
right,
conspiracies.
No,
Not
but that's
today.
where the fun's at.
Not today.
That's a different show.
Well, maybe
we're gonna get that guy Alex involved.
Maybe
right?
the conspiracies against you or something. We'll see what they're working on.
Yeah, we'll see.
Especially with that track and stuff that you had.
Well, I just need like Mother Nature to stop conspiring against me, and give me some nice like weather that's not too hot, not too windy, not too rainy.
Geoengineering that they're working on between China and the United States,
Yeah.
it's affecting all of us.
I know.
Those pretty red skies that you see, they're
and inhale.
They're induced by different things.
Yeah,
we
absolutely.
don't want to get too deep into
Well, let me
that.
tell you, when I ride around on that track all day, I got plenty of time to just watch them paint what I call God's little cocaine lines. They're up there all over the sky, man. Just beautiful little lines.
As friends of mine tell me, isn't that pretty?
Oh, it's beautiful, yeah. And then
right.
it turns into that ugly cloud that's just, doesn't even look like
And
the
then
sky.
why are people getting sick with all these viruses and stuff?
Right. So, what are you going to do?
Glad we covered that.
Right.
Let's get to the Pittsburgh Marathon.
Right. Well, first of all, I'd like to tell people why I'm wearing this shirt today.
You never lost in it.
I never lost in it. You got it. I'm undefeated. I won 2 Pittsburgh Marathons, and
he's not going to lose on this show.
I unofficially set the world record wearing this shirt. So this is going to be the shirt I'll be wearing at my next world record attempt, which will be September 28th and 29th, weather permitting.
And I can see that he will talk a couple more words than me today. It's never been done on my show. But I can see, because he's undefeated.
I get paid by the word.
Well, you'll get paid what he's getting paid.
Oh, all right. Big time, huh?
You'll be in the big money. I guarantee it. It's
like that Rush tune, right?
This
Big money.
Italian ice is delicious. Olive
Was he going
oil
to tease me with it?
Pizzeria. Yeah.
Nice.
Let alone the pizza. Here, have a slice. You like their pizza?
Yeah, absolutely.
Go
Sure,
ahead.
thank
You can chew on that. Give him a napkin. Do you have one napkin for Attila?
This is good TV right here.
Oh, this is promoting olive oil.
This is what people love to see
right
on TV, people eating.
Definitely, and you're doing well.
It's America, right?
Now,
I'm eating
how
as
did
country.
this marathon go? How was the weather that day?
Raining. As expected. It's Pittsburgh, so it's like rain.
Well, cloudy.
Threat of
then
rain,
some
thunderstorms.
Sun, then rain.
Yeah,
Then
and even
more
when it
clouds.
doesn't rain, it looks like it's going to rain.
Right.
So, yeah, it's all good. It was actually, I'll be honest, it was the most fun marathon. It was the most fun race I've ever been involved in my life.
Tell me why.
Well, my good friend Kenny and I, we raced neck and neck, all the way from beginning to the end, all 26 miles.
And you're still friends.
Oh, yeah.
26.1. Make it
Well,
clear
0.2,
for
yeah,
Smokey.
0.2 to be
0.2.
exact. But
all right.
but our race is kind of like 26.1 really, because once we turn on to what's the finish line there? Is it Liberty? No, not Liberty. No, Boulevard the
Boulevard
Allies.
the
Yeah,
Allies.
once we turn on Boulevard the Allies,
They
don't
cut it
want us.
short.
Yeah, well, they don't want us flying in there like 36 miles an hour. So, because everybody's standing around and stuff. So our race kind of ends once you get to
A little
Boulevard.
short.
Yeah, a little short. I don't mind. But you know what? I got to give it to Kenny because I was the first one to get there. He was right behind me.
Yeah.
And he didn't pull any dirty tricks
No, he
to
didn't
get
bump
around
you.
and steal an easy win. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So, you know,
Well, you
I
must
give him
be
a
good
big ups.
friends.
Oh, we are. And he's a great guy, and he's a true competitor, you know. So he knew I had him beat, so he honored
just
it when
did
we
it.
went around. I would have done the same thing. If he was
Yeah.
in front, I would have,
Just let it go.
Yeah.
I got you.
I mean, he's a
even
good
if
guy.
you're
Look-
wearing a Superman.
Yeah, even if, well, maybe the Superman won't allow me
Okay.
to.
I had to put that caveat out there.
You know what, though? I would never be behind him in the Superman
Exactly.
at the end.
It makes sense.
And you know what? It was really funny, though, because we were, like I said, I'm a fast starter. I come out of the gates, man, I'm going 100 miles an hour right from start, you know. So I take off, and I look in my mirror. The only person right there behind me is Kenny. And he's right up behind me. I'm like, oh, God, he did it again. Because last year he pulled behind me, and then he got out front, and he
And
was
he
gone.
won.
He
Yeah.
was gone. I was out of shape, you know. We have, like, bad winters here, so
Sure.
I didn't really get to train until maybe,
Oh, to
you know,
tell them
3
your
weeks
training
before.
routine.
Well,
in
I mean,
general.
in general,
50
so
to 80 miles a day, 100 pull-ups.
well, that's easy. That's the easy days. That's going to get a lot harder. Right now, I do about 50 to 80 miles. Then I go home, do 100 pull-ups. Then I go downstairs and I do my game cycle.
You know how I know this stuff?
How do you know?
'Cause you
read
post it.
Facebook. But
I'm smart like that.
Right. You can read. Nice. But yeah, so I do the game
KO
cycle.
graduate, yep.
I do the game cycle for an hour at the end, and I'm so soaked when I'm done. I look like I jumped out of a pool. So
You remind me of my dad when he refereed basketball.
Yeah.
He'd come home, he'd be soaked.
oh, that's
From head
if
to
you ain't
toe.
soaked, you ain't doing it right.
Yeah.
You know.
No, that's how hard he worked
Yeah.
refereeing.
Well, I mean, you got to.
No, that's great.
And so.
And how was the course?
Wet. Wet. We had a hard time seeing, actually. And what happened is we got to South Side, right by the Birmingham Bridge.
Yeah.
And I guess the oncoming lanes, it was coned off in the middle, between the oncoming lanes and our
Sure.
lanes. So we were all like in the oncoming lanes. And I guess that went up for the half marathon.
Right.
So we had to be in the other lane. Well, we didn't know that, and our spotter.
You're in that
right,
spot.
Right, we're just going, right? And our spotter up front is a bicyclist, and he's hauling butt, but he's in the wrong lane. So I'm behind him, and Kenny's right behind me. And the guy, I hear him yell, "Oh!" And he gets over. He goes between like two cones, gets
Yeah.
over last second. So
You're not
I
gonna
see him.
fit.
Well, no, I saw him. I cut right over. Then I hear, "Oh!" Right behind me. Kenny went straight. So I could have lost him there.
Wow.
I could have lost him there,
Yeah.
but I slowed down.
Yeah.
And, because I was thinking, like, what do I do? Do I go? Do I stop? Do
Sure.
I,
You're got a dilemma.
yeah, like, what do I do there, And I
a
thought,
conundrum.
well, I thought to myself, I don't want to win like that. That would be a cheap win.
Sure.
So I kept going, but I slowed down. And then I got around the block.
You're a
I saw him
competitor
come back.
with class.
Well, so was he. So, I think he probably would have done the same thing.
Sure.
Knowing
makes
Kenny.
sense.
Yeah, he's a really good guy. But it was, and then we got, once we get all the way through, what's that, by Liberty, where we're
Yeah.
going down towards town,
Sure.
I opened it up. I was doing almost 50 miles an hour. I'm flying down that hill, right?
Really?
Oh, yeah.
You got up that fast.
Oh, yeah, we fly down that hill. And it's beautiful because it's like 3 miles of downhill.
Yeah.
So you can really, we lose the bicyclists there.
Why not?
I look in my mirror and they're like, trying to catch up to us. And,
They don't have these guns.
right.
They don't have them.
Yeah.
Right there.
All calves. So I'm flying down that street, and I look in my mirror, and Kenny's like that big, right? So I'm like, all right, I think I finally lost the guy, But there's still like 3 miles to get into town,
Yeah.
And then once you get to the bottom of that, it's like a slight uphill. So you're really fighting to get.
He's
get in.
gaining.
He's gaining, and he's gaining. I'm looking back, and I'm like, damn, he's getting closer and closer. So I'm like,
He's dogging.
I'm hustling, and he's closing in.
Really?
So he got in behind me, and I'm like, damn, I couldn't
So
even
you
lose him
had
there.
to exert it.
Oh, yeah, but I think I exerted. I made him burn off his fuel because he tried passing me once we got
He
to
didn't have
Liberty.
it.
Once we got by Liberty to make the left on Smithfield, I think it is. or is it Wood Street?
Maybe
Smithfield?
Wood Street.
Whichever one it
Yeah.
is. No, I think it is Smithfield. Yeah, we make the left. And he tried passing me around there, and he couldn't get around me. And then I got out in front of him, and he got behind me. And the whole time we're going down Smithfield, I didn't look at anything else. I didn't look for potholes. I didn't look at anything. I was just looking at my mirror. I was looking at my mirror the whole time. I'm like, if he's going left, I'm going left. If he's going right, I'm
That's
going
how
right.
you focus.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
That's
but
pretty
it
great.
really, I really wish that, that would have been televised, just so people can see, because it was that good of a race,
Sure. No, they
So-
should. Where's your movie crew on something like that?
Yeah, right. About somebody else, how dare they?
That's what we needed. Yeah, we needed that.
Dave's hanging out in Georgia with the big time,
You got some good guys there.
Yeah, no, they're good. But, so that was a blast, man. That was a lot of fun. And sadly, we lost one of our hand cyclists.
No way.
Yeah, he passed away about a week before the marathon. So,
sorry to hear
yeah,
that.
Brad Ramage was his name. So, I just want to
You
tip my
can
cap
honor
to
it.
the
Yeah,
to
put
the
his
Ramage
name out
family,
there.
definitely. But these things happen, unfortunately. So.
Yeah. Was your man Danny Chu around?
No, unfortunately, Danny's dealing with some skin breakdown issues, and
Oh, you're kidding.
yeah, he's got it right above the tailbone, which is a bad spot for hand cycling. Well, you know what Danny did is he went out. It was one of those first nice days we had coming out of winter.
Yeah.
So he went out and rode 82 miles, and for Danny,
himself
I mean,
up.
with a high level of injury, that's a lot. I could do 80 miles in about 4 hours or so. I'm in and out. Danny's
Yeah,
out there for 10 hours,
Yeah,
and
but you're legendary.
well, yeah, okay.
In my mind.
But the point being, with Danny, where his pressure sore is above his tailbone,
Yeah.
it's exactly what's laying in the chair and is rubbing.
Whoa.
And he
Bad
can't feel it.
position,
So
yeah.
right. So I told him, I said, dude, you can't do that. You got to go out and do. You're better off doing a 20-mile ride or 15-mile ride every day,
Sure.
and build up the callus,
Then
build
do
up
the
top
80.
of them. Yeah, then just go out and do. But Danny's still thinking he's Mr. Million Miles, and
Well, look what he's done in his career.
oh, yeah. Well, that he is. Yeah,
That's how he got to
Yeah.
be who he is.
exactly.
So,
So-
we understand that.
Yeah, it's a little bit different from bicycling.
Sure.
But
A lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, this is
Let's go
why
to the counter.
this is why I let every bicyclist down there who wants to try my hand cycle. I'm like, come on, try it.
Sure.
I let them go on the track. They go down the street side. They're like, oh, this ain't so bad. They come up the other side where the hill is.
It's
They're like, oh my God, how do you do this? How do you fly up here 20 miles an hour?
Hard
I'm
work.
like, well, you work at it.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is,
definitely.
Pittsburgh, people see me ride down there, and they think it's easy because I'm going as fast. I can keep up with the top women,
Right.
and that's saying a lot because there's some fast women down there. There's a woman actually who I'd want you guys to meet. Her name is Melissa Lee, and
Well,
she.
you heard what Smoking Jim says about women.
Well, that's true in everything except hand cycling. There ain't a woman on the planet who can beat me.
Whoa.
No.
Challenge has been set.
I'm not just blowing smoke. All right. So let me tell you. So there's the women's record. This woman in England did it in a bubble, so it's totally aerodynamic and everything. She was in a bubble. The top speed she set was 24 miles per hour, about 24 and a half. I hit 32 miles an hour without a bubble. So you put me in a bubble, I could probably hit 40 miles an hour on a flat.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, but I mean it's upper body. It's all upper body. So name me one woman who's
Their upper bodies aren't as
no.
strong
I
as
mean
yours, for sure.
they're not designed to chase, hunt, and kill animals like we were.
No matter what he says.
So right.
Glad we
not
clarified
as
that.
transgenders. That's a little different.
Okay. We're not going there. We're not going there. They'll challenge you.
Yeah, well, you know what? I was joking around with a friend. I said maybe after I set the men's record, I'll become Attila with a double A, and I'll set the women's record too.
Got to change your voice a little.
Well, it'll be a little bit higher. You know what I mean?
That's all. You
Maybe like
could do
Bee
it.
Gees.
You're-
Little Michael Jackson.
Yeah, you could do it.
Right.
You got some potential.
So yeah, I'll make that one a little bit less than the men's though.
I got you.
You know.
Coming attractions. So now you're going to work towards the record.
Yes, I want that world record because I already broke it
24-hour,
once.
407.7.
That's gonna be. I'm looking to do 412 to 414. That's what I'm looking
Is
to
that
do.
the goal?
Yeah, that's my goal. That is my goal. And I think I can do it. I'm way ahead of where I was last year.
Are you?
Way ahead. Yep. And a lot of it is thanks to the game cycle. It allowed me to train
Makes a
indoors.
difference.
Yeah, and it gets your cardio up. It's not really good for strength. It's
Right.
kind of like sitting on a stationary bike, and then you get on the road and you're like, oh my god.
Right.
Big
What happened
difference.
here?
Right. All of a sudden I got to go up hills and the road surface is crappy and whatnot.
Definitely. You got to
But,
overcome those obstacles.
Yeah, but what the game cycle allowed me basically is just to shed some of the fat
Sure.
and just work on the lungs,
Get a
work
little
on the
leaner
breathing,
and breathe.
And it's funny because Kenny said, man, you know, it showed. All the work you put in, it showed.
Really?
He's like, your
Well, you
cadence.
can
He
see
said,
it.
yeah, he said your
He
cadence
saw
was
it.
much better, you know, than last year where I'm huffing and puffing and couldn't breathe. You know where they get me? I got to wear a helmet in the marathon.
No way.
I hate wearing a helmet. I don't wear a helmet. You know, I mean, I'm inside like the hand cycle. I'm totally safe there. Unless a brick falls out of the sky, nothing's going to hit my head.
No.
You know?
No.
So,
You're safe.
yeah, but now I got to put on a helmet, and that changes my position.
Wow.
Because the helmet's like about that thick in the back. So now I'm like this, and
Ah,
it cuts
that
off my
makes it
air.
tough,
It makes it really hard to breathe.
I didn't realize that.
Oh man, it's just little stupid
Little
thing like that.
nuances,
Yeah.
like that.
Just little, you know. Right. Yeah. There you go. If I can dodge a wrench.
That's your brother can help you out.
Yeah. Right.
That's
right.
why he's here. He aims to please.
Right. Well, we actually went down last Saturday, not this past couple days ago, but the week before. We went down to Uber's track, and Brett was there, our guy from Uber, and what we did is we went down
You
and
did a test?
yeah, we did a test, and I did an hour on it,
You were telling me that
and
you were
I was
to
going in the
North
opposite
Pole.
direction.
How'd it go?
Oh, it went great. I mean, I did almost 20 miles. I did like 19.8 miles in an hour, and I was experimenting during the whole time.
Sure.
So I wasn't like, you know, going full
full
ahead
out,
or,
yeah.
you know. So my goal really is to maintain at least 20 miles per hour for the first 6 hours. If I can do that, that'll give me a lead of about 12 to 14 miles
Yeah.
ahead of world record pace, and then I just got to hold on to the next 18.
Try to hang.
Try to hang, you know, maybe add a mile here, a mile there, you know.
Yeah.
But so we were
Well,
talking
you got
about
to keep your strength up.
yeah, and that's the hard part, you know, because
Yeah.
when you're riding for that long, you're laying on your back and you're basically doing stomach crunches. And it's like trying to eat pizza and do stomach crunches
I don't know,
don't really
try.
work. Right? It doesn't work, you know. In fact, it makes it hard to eat anything.
Yeah.
And that is the biggest problem when you do a 24-hour hand cycle ride is nutrition. So like the first time I got through it with energy drinks, protein shakes. That's mainly what got me through it.
Yeah.
This last time I didn't go as hard on the energy drink route,
Okay.
and you could tell. I mean, the
Big
weather
difference.
killed me. You know, I mean, you saw it rained beforehand. Everything was soaking wet.
No, I saw it. I
And,
felt so bad for you. It was
You know,
brutal.
whatever. Yeah, well, yeah, that was all over me. You should see my bike afterwards. My poor bike was just covered with sand everywhere, you know. So I actually had to
we
do a
saw
cleaning
it.
on it.
Yeah.
But so
it's tough.
you know,
It was
it
a
is.
tough
Well,
day.
look. There's a reason that only maybe like a half dozen people have done a 24-hour hand cycle ride in the world.
And now you're 51 years old.
Now I'm 51. I'm 3 years older than when I broke it.
Wow.
But you know, with the exception of my left shoulder that's falling apart on me, luckily I don't think that's going to be
we
a
can
big
make
issue.
you better.
Right. Rebuild it, right?
They have the technology.
They do. If you got the money, they can fix you. But no, I really
Get a good sponsor.
right. I don't think the left shoulder is going to be an issue, though. I really don't. I mean, it hurts when I transfer.
You work through it.
I think so. I mean, it doesn't really bother me when I'm hand cycling that
Just
much.
don't move like
You know when it hurts?
No.
It hurts me like later at night, about an hour or two after when body cools off
Yeah.
and things stiffen up, and then I go to get out of bed. I'm like, oh, you know. I
Help.
try to get up on the toilet, like,
Help.
ow.
Help. You need help.
But yeah, well, you know what happened last year? I always go into the ER after I do one of these
Sure, I
24-hour
remember.
things because the body gets so physically beaten up. I mean, 16 miles into it, you're literally like starting to trip,
Sure.
and it's like taking acid, man. You're
Whoa.
you're seeing things.
I don't know about that. I've heard those things.
Trust me, I used to be in a rock band, so
We'll go there another day.
Right.
Okay.
so. And then by the time you're 20 hours into it, you just can't even think straight.
Sure.
You know, so I'm gonna.
You're at
you know,
some zombie level.
Oh,
there.
nothing matters.
Yeah.
All you want to do is crawl in a hole and die somewhere and get it over with, you know.
Yeah.
So I go into the ER and they do their thing because they have to clean my internal organs
Sure.
up. What happens is the body turns on you and it starts feeding on the muscle
Yeah.
instead of the fat, so it poisons your internal organs.
Sure.
So you go in, get it cleaned out. Whatever they flushed me with, I woke up the next day and I could not lift my right arm. My shoulder was just so
Wow.
stiff. I couldn't, this is about all I could do right there. So I went home and I had to get up and down those steps with just one arm. That's all I got. I got like one working limb. So it literally took me 15 minutes to get from downstairs to upstairs. And thank God my dad was home because he was nice enough that he brought me up food and,
Yeah.
took care of me for a couple of
seems
days
like
until
a
I got
good dad.
Yeah, he's good. He's good. He's all right for a white guy, as they say.
Enough about that. All right, so tell them when this event's going to be.
All right, so weather permitting, we're going to do it September 28th and 29th.
And we just had a new announcement about a pep rally.
Yes, what was that all about?
Month before, Sunday, what's the date? August 25th.
August 25th? Where
Well,
at?
now
Where?
it's
I don't
in
even know
here.
where.
At the track.
Oh, where I ride?
We just got it off the ground tonight.
Nice. Okay, that's going to be fun. What day is that?
It's Sunday.
Oh, they'll be
Sunday-
filled with kids. Great.
Sunday, August 25th.
You know, yesterday I got hit by a kid at the track.
Yeah, I heard. I saw
These
that.
people, I get a rant for a second here. They bring their kids down to the track. Now, this is a big boy track. It's you go there to train. You've got bicyclists flying, 2 or 3 of them drafting off each other like 40 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And these people bring their children down. They think the entire thing's a playground. So they'll sit there and play on their phone while their little 8-year-old Johnny's out there zigging and zagging all over the big boy track.
Yeah.
So that happened to me yesterday. I'm counting around turn 4, and I go up the hill. I see the kid zigging and zagging. So I'm like, okay. I went into the other lane. I'm trying to get around him. The kid looks back at me, and now the whole bike is going that way. And I see him coming right for me. So luckily, I was right by one of the
swerved a
things where I
little,
could turn
yeah.
in. So I turn in. He comes, boom, right into my back rim. And I got to tell you, the parents,
Luckily, no damage.
the parents
There
are
could've
lucky
been-
that they did not damage the rim because they would get a $500 bill. That's my cheap rim. It's $500. Yeah. So but they don't think about these things. And
Tell me what a
luckily
bike-
the kid
what's
didn't
a
get hurt
bike
either.
Cost?
But my hand cycle's $12,000.
Wow.
Each rim, the carbon fibers that you saw me ride the
Yeah.
last time, those are $1,500 a piece. So
My
it is not.
goodness.
It's a very expensive sport.
This is high tech and
Oh,
expensive.
it is. And if you want to get the new carbon fiber ones with
Yeah.
the 20-inch rims in the back, you're looking at $16,000. So
It's outrageous.
I
Well,
need
we're
the
gonna have
Roonies to
bring-
step up, man.
You talked enough. I let you get more words into me this time.
You're jealous, aren't you?
No,
No.
you win.
Hi there.
Hello. Tell them your name.
Diane Underwood.
Tell them your business.
Reverse aging naturally.
Can you help athletes?
Absolutely, if they want to help themselves.
Well, they get injured a lot, so they need help.
Yes, we have pulsed magnetic field therapy devices.
I
We-
found out about that today.
Yeah, and they use
I've been
those.
going there 2 years,
Yeah.
and I thought I was handsome before. She tells me I'm better looking now that I go to a sauna one
You
to
do
3
look better.
times a week.
Yes. Yes, I noticed probably about a year ago when you were giving me a ride to my mother's house, and I looked at you and I went, wow, I saw the transition, and I thought, wow, you look so much better.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, but you look good
Reverse
when you
aging.
first started coming, though.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
I got to duck down right now. it's too much.
Yeah, and your skin does look more olive. Yes, I know.
I'm one tone away.
You're healthy. You're looking
Thank you.
good.
Thank
looking
you.
good.
And tell them your phone number at the place.
775, even though it's in Bethel Park, kind of Mount Lebanon,
That's
Upper
all right.
St. Clair.
She's from
it's-
Reno.
No, Bethel Park.
She grew up in Reno
No, I grew up in
with the
Bethel.
reverse aging.
Mentally, yes, I grew up
Okay.
when I was in Reno. So I did start in Reno 20 years ago, and I still have the same phone number, 775 233 4878.
Text her.
Yeah,
And
text
come
me
out to
first because
visit.
we don't like to answer the phone.
No, she's sort of like smoking Jim with a text-only phone.
Yes.
And it works out well.
We
but
want to
she-
keep the spa serene.
Now, you've had athletes come in there.
Yes.
You even had a
MMA and
Steeler.
I even sold an infrared sauna to Jamie Anderson, who won the gold twice.
Get on.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, it's a great place. A lot of different people from old, young, in between.
Mm-hmm.
You name it.
Yeah, it's a fun place.
It is. And she's a wealth of information.
Thank you.
If you have a question about health, this is the lady to talk to.
20 years we've been helping people to cleanse.
And
Seen a lot of
tell them
miracles.
tell them the address.
1786 North Highland Road.
That's it.
Yeah, it's on Route 19 in Washington.
Yes. 5 minutes from my house. I can't go wrong.
Perfect. Yeah, we met
It's a
from
good
Ray,
neighborhood.
from the X-Man.
MMA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Ray
Our
had-
friend Ray Reamer called me up and said, a friend of mine opened up a place you might be interested in. I go, what is it? He goes, some sauna and aging place and reverse aging. I go, where at? He goes, North Highland. I go, that's 5 minutes from my house.
Yeah.
He goes, I got to go an hour and 5 minutes. So he met me there.
Mm-hmm.
He had a bad knee. When he walked out, he could touch his toes and jump around, and his knee didn't hurt anymore.
His knee didn't
One
hurt him
session.
for like 6 months.
One session.
Yeah.
So
And
if
he
you
didn't
got-
think it was going to work either.
If you got aches and pains, or say you were in a bad car accident, you got head trauma, and now you can't see and you're Stevie Wonder, you could go to a sauna. Right?
Well,
Half an hour.
you can go use a sauna, but it doesn't mean they're the saunas at reverse aging, as you know.
That's why
There's
I'm trying
different
to have
infrared
you segue
saunas
into
out
that.
there. Yeah, so
The quality of hers, just unbelievable. The heat, get a good sweat in there.
Yeah,
I was
most-
there today.
yeah.
Feel good.
Thank you. You look good. And we did a
Thanks
little
again.
video on pulsed
try to-
electromagnetic field.
Yeah, we put up a video there.
Yeah, it was good because you didn't think that the machine was working.
Not at all.
Yeah. And then
proved
I
me
showed
wrong.
you. Showed you.
You
Yeah.
did show me.
So, and that was an excellent video, so thank you.
Oh, I tried to do my best.
Yeah.
You know I'm not afraid of the camera.
No, not at all. So I've owned every infrared sauna that's out there on the market.
Tell them what you have now.
Well, the saunas that we have ceramic elements. Most people are purchasing carbon heaters, which are actually fiberglass laminated in BPA plastic. And unfortunately, they're labeling those as infrared saunas, and they are infrared, but Native Americans use stones in sweat lodges. They're not laminating
With the
fiberglass
Scandinavians using
and
all that,
plastic
too.
and heating them up.
Scandinavians use those wood things and go
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah, and when you use a regular sauna, they are stones. Native Americans use stones in sweat lodges, so that's what we have. So ours are manufactured in the United States, and they are totally different than a fiberglass heated sauna, which are actually old waterbed heaters.
Wow, I didn't know
So,
that.
yeah, there's a lot to know in the infrared industry, and I do have videos on reverseagingnaturally.com when I exposed the EMF in the industry around 10 years
Tell
ago.
them what EMFs are.
Electromagnetic field toxicity.
These are sending them out and
Yeah.
getting bombarded
5G
with everything.
radiation. Yes.
We're bombarded.
Crazy times we live in.
We're bombarded. Look at him. That's what affected him. He hasn't been the same since.
But he gets all the girls.
As well he should. Look at that smile. Sweeties for Jimmy, line up. We'll see the Steel City Beauty tomorrow, or 2, or 3, or 4. We could go on. No, but it's a great place.
Thank you. Thanks for coming.
You're welcome.
And the importance of detoxification during the summer, why do you think, now that you've been coming for a couple of years,
Yeah, 2 years now.
I mean, it's quality of life. Instead of being hot and disgusted in the summertime, when I sauna, I come out and I feel amazing. And I'm
Look how
not
cool and relaxed I
lethargic. Yeah, I'm not lethargic when I come out of there, and I enjoy the summer so much more
We need Attila to go
because
in
I'm
the
cleaner. Attila the Hun.
sauna. We need Attila to come out there. Will you give him a free sauna?
You bet.
Just mention Al Levine, the talking machine. Get a free sauna. If you watch this show, tell her Al Levine sent you.
Yes.
The talking machine said,
Yes.
get your 30-minute sauna.
Yeah. Try a 30-minute
Attila,
sauna.
you got one on the house right now.
Yeah. Any type. Across from Pier 1,
Near
South Hills Village, between Whole Foods and Trader Joe's.
And you don't have to
Highland,
bring
North
your hand
Highland.
cycle or a flag. Just your vehicle and your body. Just bring a
You'll
couple
love it.
towels. If you want to get a good sweat on, that'll get all those poisons out of you.
I do that every day right next to the games. Like,
But this is passive aerobic exercise where when you're working out, which is wonderful, you're creating metabolic waste. And when you're sitting in an infrared sauna, you're releasing that metabolic waste, allowing everything to relax and vasodilate. So
See
it
what I
is,
said about her? She knows.
a little bit different. Yeah, you can. We'll get you in a
No,
sauna.
I don't
Believe
think
me.
there's enough room just to sit in there. Well,
We'll
there's
get
2
you
and
in.
3 people that you can
Yeah,
fit
we
in
have
at a
large
time.
saunas, and
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
we'll
a single
get you
person
in there.
sauna, 2 and 3 people saunas.
We'll get you in.
You could go, make a date, reverse aging.
It's a fun place, serene place, and we have a lot of people that are coming in for weight loss and detoxification. My longest term client is a medical doctor that gave me a wonderful testimonial last week, which I'm going to put up on the website.
Can't wait to see it.
And he has not been sick since, and he works in the emergency room, and he was, getting sick a lot. And he hasn't been sick since he started coming, and it's been over about a year and a half. And,
He's a very nice guy, too.
Yeah, we
You'd never
have-
know he was a doctor.
Yeah.
Is that nice?
Yeah. He looks better and better every time that I see him. We have somebody from Mount Lebanon that's off of all of his pain medication, and who's been on meds for about 40
Oh,
years.
he got a bad shoulder. Maybe that could help that.
Yeah, well, we do have medical studies on pain and muscles.
You
and
got to give it a
bones and-
shot there.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, I mean, I bought the
It's helped me
sauna
with my
because
aches
it
and
helped me
pains,
with
and
pain.
Look how much better
Yeah.
I look. Oh,
If that sauna didn't help me
This
with
is getting
pain, I
hard.
would have
I
never
gotta-
spent money on it. But I did purchase the sauna because my friend took a photo of me, and I actually had color, and I looked amazing.
yeah.
After using the sauna one time, I actually had color.
Wow.
And
Well, he got that. We could get
the
him
pain.
in there one time.
the pain
Why don't
was
we
secondary.
try Smoking Jim? Let's try Smoking Jim in there. He got the color already. Come on. Can we get him in?
We can get them in, but Alan, it's the people that come in that are.
They want to.
Yeah, they want to. You can't force
All right. I'll
things
leave
on
him alone.
people, but yeah.
He won't. I understand.
He'll
He
love
just
it.
gave
I
me
mean,
the cold shoulder.
They do use them in the Olympic training centers and with top athletes. They all
Sure.
know what far infrared saunas are and pulsed electromagnetic field therapy,
Sure.
bone growth stimulation. I mean, how do you take an ankle that's this big when you're an athlete, and then the next day they're competing and their ankle's normal size?
And basketball. And
Yeah,
running.
because they're
Yeah.
using pulsed magnetic field therapy and
You
bone
proved
growth
it today.
stimulation.
You showed how strong I was
Yeah.
before and when it was off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we can use the ice and saunas in conjunction. So when people come in, I have been doing it for 20 years, and I've received thousands of physician-referred clients, thank God, from Gerber Medical Clinic. And once after years, they saw me get better, and then they started using the saunas, and then they
Well, tell
referred
them
me
the
their
conditions
patients.
you have, a couple things
Oh,
that
God.
you had wrong.
I was diagnosed from Dr. Gerber in Reno, Nevada, with rheumatoid arthritis when I was 33, low thyroid. He suggested that I get my tonsils out from the strep because I had strep throat all the time. I have never seen in my life anybody have worse allergies than myself. And the sauna has helped me with the allergies. My rheumatoid arthritis is 100% gone. I didn't have to get my tonsils removed.
Wow.
I have no pain. And I feel as though that I look better instead of worse. And I'm 52. When I first started
You
using the
didn't have to
infrared
tell
sauna,
your,
I was
you didn't have to
33.
tell your age. I never ask women
I feel
their age
I
on the
feel
show.
well, and
Good.
I like saying
You
I'm
look well.
52-ish, but
did you?
52, yeah.
Okay.
And I did buy the sauna because I looked better, and yeah, I mean the pain
And
was
what's
secondary.
Your site? What's your site again?
ReverseAgingNaturally.com. So yeah, I am one of the pioneers. I've been doing it 20 years, and thank you, Dr. Gerber, for referring me many physician-referred clients over years. And then once they got a bigger clinic, then they put far infrared saunas at
In theirs.
Gerber Medical Clinic, yes, in Reno, Nevada.
Wow.
But I learned so much from them.
Sure.
I wouldn't know
Well, look,
everything
you went
that I
in
knew
business because of
if
that.
it wasn't. Yeah, and they saw me get better, and then they were attracted
You got
to coming
healed.
and using it.
You actually got healed, which
So,
means
yeah.
a lot.
Yeah,
And that's why I've
been
been
a-
going each week, 1 to 3 times a week. I
Yeah.
did the 30-day cleanse and
yeah,
all that
you
stuff.
did every day for 30 days.
So that was
Eventually.
tough. That was tough.
Eventually,
was tough.
yeah, he did. Finally, he did, and then now we
Yeah, thanks.
we target supplementation for you.
Yeah.
So we scan Alan on a device, and it gives you a reading, and you do those supplements for a month, and then 30 days later we give you another reading, and you scan and you do those
We
supplements.
forgot the reading today.
I know. Well, I knew that after you left.
All
I
right.
realized.
Well, we're going to
I
have to
went,
end your interview, but
Love you.
tell them your phone number again. Text her.
775, yes, text please. 775-233-4878.
Diane Underwood.
Thank you, Alan.
Diane goes, you want to meet my beautiful friend? She had some skin problems. And I go, she looks very nice. And I go, would you like to be on a TV show? Do you know anything about sports? She goes,
I actually, well, sports were a big part of my life growing up, but I ran track at Pitt, so, and I've been a sports fan of Pittsburgh Steelers and all that growing up, so. Yeah.
how could she not be?
Right.
And then I heard your dad's a sports guy.
He is, yeah. He actually has a training device, so he's been.
Tell us what it is.
It's called the Ultimate Defender, and it's
Ultimate Defender.
Yeah. Yep.
I said that right.
You did first
Okay.
time.
I'm hard of hearing in this ear
Are you?
because the way he yells. You got to hear him perfectly, but it was a little outrageous there. But that's how he is.
He got his point across, though. I liked it.
Many of them. And he was all about women today, which I don't know what happened to him. I don't know where he was today, but I'm befuddled by it.
Picked a good day.
Where did you
Lots
grow
of
up?
women here.
Where did you grow up?
Bellwood, PA.
Where is that?
So it's in the middle of nowhere.
It's like an exit somewhere, isn't
Yeah,
it?
somewhere.
I saw it.
It's
Out east.
Yeah, it's between Altoona and Penn State. So
I thought I knew it because my daughter went to Penn State.
yeah, yep,
And
you'll pass.
I remember seeing that exit.
It. Yep.
Near Juniata College.
Yeah, it's
I
like 30
almost
minutes
went to
from there.
Juniata College.
Did you? My dad went
For
to
football.
Juniata College for football.
Yeah, I was going to go, and
Look at you.
my dad told me instead you could work at the Pittsburgh Press and Post Gazette.
Look.
And it was a lifetime job, 36 years I put in.
Wow.
And now I do this.
Yeah. Worked
How cool
out.
is that?
He
Yeah.
knew.
So you went to school in Bellwood,
Yep.
high school.
Yeah. High school.
What'd you do there?
I was a
In sports.
basketball and soccer player.
Basketball.
Yeah.
How
yeah.
tall are you?
5'4". Point guard.
I was wondering about the height there.
Yeah.
Just
I
a little
was-
question.
I was short, but
Because my dad lied to me his whole life. He said he was 5'10". When he was 70 years old, I found his military card. I go, Dad, 1950, you were in Korea. You were 5'7". He goes, I'm shrinking. I go, Dad. Dad, that was when you were 20. But he lied to me. And he goes, I never lied to you.
it was a stretch.
Yeah, it was. Well, I knew when I was 12 years
stretch.
old and I was looking him in the eye, there was a problem.
There was.
I mean, I was a smart kid,
Right.
so I could figure that stuff out.
Yeah, I believe it.
That happens. So you went to Pitt. What brought you to Pitt?
So I actually, when I was in high school, I had like over 5 concussions. So I originally wasn't planning on running track in college.
My man's had so many.
See, he gets
This
it.
is why he's
he
like
knows.
this. No, he
And I
is.
get that.
Yes, you got a connection there.
we My nickname was Dory, the short-term memory. Yeah.
He doesn't
That's
get
what I
it.
got.
You
No,
gotta
yeah.
explain that. That's for after the show.
Right, I'll tell you later.
Some of this stuff we'll explain it to you then.
Yeah.
All right. We'll work on it. He makes a great sidekick. I can just pick on him and he doesn't realize it. All right. So you're concussed 5 times.
Yes. Yep.
What kind of treatments did you get?
So I went to a
They
specialist.
tell you to rest,
Yeah. Yep.
which was mostly the wrong thing to do.
Right. ARP wave. I don't know if you've ever heard
No.
of that. It's called ARP wave therapy.
What is it?
It's,
Electrodes stuck to you.
Basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good guess,
but
I got.
I had ACL surgery also from basketball, but when I was
You
doing
blew the
I
ACL
blew
and
the
you got
ACL.
concussed.
I did. Yep. That's why she's helped me. Diane. I need
So
her.
you were limping and you were stumbling around,
Uh-huh.
and she helped you.
And she helped
And you had face issues there with skin.
Yes.
You had skin issues.
Everything. I'm just
Which,
a walking
look at
issue.
her skin now. What a pretty face.
Thank you.
That's reverse aging
It is.
right there.
Yep.
See Diane. She'll cure your issues. ACL, concussions, you name it.
Yeah.
Now
yeah.
you think clearly.
Yeah.
How's
Well,
your memory?
it's
It's a
better.
little-
It's improved. It's not.
You haven't been concussed lately.
Right. Yeah. It's making its way.
Definitely.
But yeah, it was. So yeah, so that's what brought me to Pittsburgh was track basically. And
Really?
Then, yeah.
What'd you run?
Mile and 800 were my.
How'd you do
2
in
main.
those two?
You're gonna. I got injured my sophomore year, so I had hip surgery also. I'm a walking mess. But I never ended up.
I need a drink.
Yeah, me too. But I did well for.
You look
I
so
traveled.
nice and you look in great shape
Well,
and you can
thank
talk
you.
very well.
Thanks. So
Yeah, so I never knew you had these issues.
I did. What's that? Duct tape. Yeah. I'm wearing. Yeah.
Thank you for duct tape. It works.
It does. But yeah, so freshman and sophomore year I was traveling. We went to Stanford, ACCs, all kinds of different schools
Really?
with that. Yeah.
Well, that must have been fun.
So yeah, it was a great
You got to
experience.
travel,
Yep.
even though you couldn't play.
Yeah. Well, no, I did. I did my freshman and sophomore was when I was traveling those years, and then when
Well,
I got
then what
hurt.
happened to junior and senior? You were
Yeah.
out.
Well, with like all the, I had mono and I was running with it, and then I had
you
hip
had
issues.
mono on top of it.
Well, it was like all just kept escalating from that, and then that's where it came. And then I had kidney stones. It was like the weirdest 2 years of my life, actually. Yeah,
Wow.
pretty much. But I learned a lot from everything. So.
Well, then you graduated.
I graduated.
What kind of degree did you get? I got to ask you.
Communications and legal studies. So I did a
What
dual.
a combo.
Yeah, I considered law school, but I'm not.
didn't like
I'm not
that.
cut out for the law school.
No.
Nah.
They
I
always
just,
said
it's too
I-
much reading.
See, I love
Keep
to
on-
read, and they say I could have been a lawyer because of how feisty I am.
Yeah, I can see
So
that.
some people say that.
You get your word in.
What's that?
Not if you're as relaxed as you are now. You can't go in that spa and be a lawyer.
That's after the spa. That's after the spa.
20 years, it'll be all right. It's fine.
All right. Let's get back to some normal. How did you find Diane?
So this is funny. I actually, before I started my new job, I worked for Clipper magazine. So
Yes.
I was doing cold calling, and I walked
Isn't that
in.
difficult?
It is difficult, but not when you meet people like Diane. That was cool. But I started to pull out because I didn't see anything in that area, and then I noticed her sign, and I was like, "Oh, I'll check
How
it
can you
out."
miss that?
Right, it's bright orange.
Yeah.
So I walked in and I started talking to her, and she was like, "Well, why don't you try this out?" So that
How about the wealth of information she has?
I know.
It's overwhelming.
I know. I went in to talk about advertising, and then I was like, I'd rather just listen to her talk.
You're like, can I have some alkaline water and breathe this filtrated air?
Yeah. No, literally.
And then you sit down.
Yeah. Right. So yeah, so she had me go in the sauna.
So Clipper magazine, the sauna,
Yep. That's
help
how I
your
got in
skin
there.
issues out. What skin issues did you have?
I just had, because I'm so fair, I had a lot of freckles, but they were just, I still have freckles,
They're
but
still
like,
there.
yeah. But like, if you look at the pictures, and I had dark spots on my, you could just tell I was still sick, because I had that
Well, you
mono
had
and
that
everything
mono.
going, and it wasn't
And
kicking
you were trying
out.
to run in mono.
Yeah, yeah.
That's not a good combo.
No, it
Even
wasn't.
I know.
Yeah, all that weird stuff. So
And
I was run
concussions.
down, I guess. But yeah, she.
And kidney stones.
I know.
Did we cover it all?
I'm normal though. It's just
Yes. And the next subject is?
it's weird. I know. But yeah, so that was how I found her, and
So do you
she-
sauna regularly, or?
Yes, I do. I've been going since last summer. Is when I met her, and then my dad actually, I brought him in, and then he ended up buying a sauna from
Your
her.
dad bought one.
He bought one, so when
What
I
a
go
good guy he is. He got the Defender and he got the sauna.
in the sauna, he has a water filter. He's
Get
got
on.
it
He
all.
went all 9 yards.
He did.
Wow.
Yeah,
What a
so-
salesperson you are.
I know. He sells too. He sold himself. And our last name's Crook. He's insurance sales. Like that's good.
Crooks?
Yeah. Crook
How does this even happen? Like, how can you even sell anything?
With that last name, I stopped. I don't do sales
I'm
anymore.
What are you doing now?
I'm in consulting. No, I'm in
You're consulting. Like, don't go out and use that last name.
basically something like that.
Well, it shows you're smart and flexible, and you're not concussed right now.
Yeah, yeah. So that's helping the
And
situation.
you feel better?
I do. I feel a lot better. This is the best I've felt since 2 years. So
Well, that's why I wanted you on the show when you said, what could I talk about? I go, do you know sports? You said yes.
yep, I do.
So you did it. You got an interview with the talking machine.
Thank
Good job.
you. Thank you.
There's your mic.
Hi.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Please tell them your name.
Rachel Rackavan.
And what is this getup that you have? You look so beautiful.
It's a costume.
All right.
Just kidding.
That's it. It was nice to have you in here.
Thanks.
She's a returning
Right,
guest.
it's
Now, is this Mrs. Pennsylvania or Miss Pennsylvania or Ms.?
That's one of, yeah, all
Pick
of them.
one of them.
Yes.
I've had people ask me, you've had Mrs., you've had Miss. What's the story?
Yeah. So I'm a pageant connoisseur, I guess you could say, pageant trainer.
Well, I'm a tea connoisseur, so I understand that.
Awesome, yeah. So I go to every system and I do my best to try to win them all. So
How's that work?
It works. You know, you just go to the system
You're
and you go through
stubborn.
the
I
application
noticed that about
process.
you.
And
You're stubborn.
you think so? Is that
I
what it is?
guarantee it.
I call it ambitious.
I call it stubborn because you don't take no
Well,
for an answer.
there was a lot of discrimination against me for a long time because I was a single mother and I wasn't accepted into the pageant industry by different systems. So I decided I'm going to work my way through all the systems that I can and win as many titles as I can. And now I have my 7th title. And
Congratulations.
some are local, some state, some national.
Can you name them?
Yeah, so Ms. Independence, Pennsylvania, 2017, Ms. Pennsylvania, Northern States Reigning America, 2018, American Royal Beauties, Ms. Pennsylvania. I also won
See, we got
Pennsylvania's
Ms. for
Perfect
you.
Woman. I also won National Ms. American Royal Beauties, and then also the Miss Allegheny County, and this title here, which is
What
Miss
is it? I
Pennsylvania.
can't
Oh, I'm
read
sorry,
it.
you can't see it.
You
Miss
hid it
Pennsylvania
under your
Earth
hair.
USA.
Okay.
Yeah, I was hiding it.
You
I'm
did
undercover.
well.
I'm incognito.
You were very mysterious about that. You're not so mysterious on all the pictures you post.
Oh,
you
thanks.
remind me of the Sweeties for Jimmy photos. Because you
Well,
constantly
I do
are
a
putting
lot of
your
different
photo
kinds of
up there.
modeling, but
You've
I
had
don't
some
do
great-
a lot of. I don't do any risque modeling. There's a very important thing there. You know,
I'm glad
I'll
you
do
drew
some
the
suits.
line.
Yeah, I'll do some suits. I'll do different kinds of things, but you know,
Well,
there's
we
no
got to
implied
talk a little
nudes, none
sports
of that.
with you.
Oh, okay, sure. I love sports.
What
Okay.
sports did you play in?
I was a swimmer. My daughters are competitive swimmers, and I was a swimmer for the University of Cincinnati, and I was a swim coach for the Cincinnati Aquatic Club. My daughters swim for the YMCA, and they actually swim all year round now for the Gators as well. Woo! So, yeah, so they're in the water every day. And
Gateway.
well, they swim during the day now well, they actually start in a week for the Gators.
Are they competitive?
Very. They're
A
champion
chip off the
champion
old
swimmers.
block here.
District swimmers. Yeah.
Are they stubborn like their mother?
They're definitely stubborn. But I really don't think I'm stubborn. He just keeps calling me that. Again, ambitious. It's about word replacement in English.
Well, I put different words in place of others. So.
Yeah. No, I like that.
If
though.
you're consistent,
I'll just start calling myself that.
you're consistent, so that's good.
Yes, it's all about consistency. That's what got me here.
Well, that's like we do a show every week, and we're on numerous times and do boxing. We just
Yeah.
keep plugging away.
And I love
8
that about you
years.
guys. Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for being a fan.
I am. I'm
We're
a
a
huge
fan of yours, although I'm disappointed when you couldn't show up because you lost.
Oh, I know. I
You
lost,
lost the
a
crown.
state title. But that's okay because, you know,
She came
you just got to
back.
keep on going.
She stubborned
I
it
sent
out.
the title back.
She stubborned it out.
I did, and I decided to, you
What'd
know,
you do?
I think a lot of that had to do with who I was friends with, not about my life accomplishments and not about who I am as a person, because I've raised the most money for the charities that I support, and I had the highest level of education, and I had, you know, the smallest waist and all the things that you're supposed to judge
Smallest waist,
pageantry on. It's about fitness, spirituality, about community, service, sisterhood, all of those things.
What about water?
What was up here?
What about water?
Water's my thing. That's not everybody's thing. But anyway, so I'm not going to go on and on about that. But long story short, I really believe that that system was about who I was friends with and who I really wasn't friends with.
Sure. You got to cut some friends and people out of your life and move on.
Yeah. Well, you know, when you do that and you're not, you know, I'm not going to go into all that. But anyway.
We're trying to be positive here.
Yeah, let's talk about the positive
we
things
have
about
you
my
here.
walk I have coming up.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, so last year I raised enough funds to bring water to 30,000 people in Burkina Faso.
How much did you raise?
It was $2,000. It's $1,000 a well. So 15,000 people get water for each well that I rehab. I'm working on my 3rd water well right now, and I'm only 34 donors away, or walkers, for the Walk for
How do
Water.
they contact you to do that?
I'm getting there.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's
okay.
go. I move forward on some of this stuff.
He says I'm stubborn. So
Oh,
anyway,
my dad told me before he passed away, he goes, how did you become more stubborn than me?
oh, I see.
And I said, I learned.
You learned from the best, huh?
Yeah.
So anyway, let's talk about the walk real quick. We
Yes.
only got a couple minutes.
Let's do it.
So I decided to produce this thing called the PA Walk for Water, and it's on July 21st. It's a Sunday, 9 a.m. I know that's not a good time because of church, but we will have a prayer
They
beforehand.
can go after.
You can go before, after, you know.
The day before,
You're with a
too.
lot of spiritual women. But anyway, so long story short, the PA Walk for Water, it's not just for the Georgie Badillo Foundation to rehab water wells. We already raised enough money for the Environmental Health Project to buy free monitoring equipment for PA residents. So if you have, you know, a fracturing company, hydraulic fracturing company coming into your neighborhood, you can go to the Environmental Health Project and borrow monitoring equipment, and you can use that monitoring equipment as evidence for your water
Wow.
quality prior to hydraulic fracturing. You can borrow it again after your water has been fracked, and you can also use it as a defense in a lawsuit.
And what
so
are the
we bought
results
that already.
normally on that? What do the results show normally?
Usually, if you get it before the
In your
well has
wisdom.
been before the well has been fracked in your neighborhood, you usually do not have contamination. And then whenever it has been fracked, then you do have contamination.
Almost
so
all
it's
the
called
time?
a catfish. If you go to environmentalhealthproject.org, you can read more about it. But we already bought some of those for PA residents, and they're free, so you can borrow them. Also, there is a well that we're rehabbing, like I said, in Burkina Faso. So we are now, like I said, 34 people away, 34 donors away from rehabbing another water well. So that's where we're at. July 21st, it's $20 per person.
Where at?
It's at North Park Boathouse, and then afterwards we're all hanging out, eating at the boathouse. You can kayak. There's all
Healthy
kinds of cool
eating.
stuff.
Healthy eating.
Absolutely, you can healthy eat if you want, but you don't have to. Yeah. So, the wells are in Burkina Faso. That's where I rehab them.
Where's that at?
It's inland in Africa, so right next to Nigeria, but inland.
Okay.
So
'Cause he
anyway,
doesn't know geography.
that's okay.
Sorry.
You can take a look
We're
at a
not
map,
testing
Burkina
him.
Faso.
You'll have to send a picture.
It's okay. So I work with the Georgie
That's
Badillo
West Africa.
Foundation. She was Miss Burkina Faso and Miss Africa 2004. She's been a great mentor for
Really?
me, great inspiration.
Who you
I
hanging
also,
around with? That helps.
yeah, she tells me what I should wear in my pageant, so it seems to be working out.
By the way, this is a nice green dress.
Oh, thank you. I do call myself the Green Queen. You know, I'm a big environmentalist. Yeah, yeah,
More olive. It goes with the walls here.
yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, I also rehab water wells by donating gown rentals. So I have a gown rental store. It's called Alley's International
Where are you
Designs.
located?
It's in Mount Lebanon. I've had it for about a year now. Empress Gown Rentals is my line. So I bought a bunch of gowns and I rent them out so that everybody can have access to gowns and not have to pay hundreds of dollars for them. They can just rent them from me. And then I donate some of those proceeds to rehab
You
water
are
wells too.
smart.
Thanks.
Very good.
Yeah, it's my passion.
Definitely. Now, don't
Sorry,
you have a
I'll stop
special
talking
event
now.
coming up?
That's my special event. But being Mrs. Earth USA is my goal. So
All
that's
right.
in August 8th through 11th. You know,
All right.
8,
I'm just-
11, my
I'm just
favorite
trying to
numbers.
make your
It's meant to
numbers-
be, I'm telling you.
Definitely.
It's going to happen.
That's what we needed to do.
Yeah.
What's our time look like, Jeff?
Okay.
We can wrap this up.
Yeah.
How do they get a hold of you on anything and everything you're doing?
Well, my email
the
address
easiest
is
way?
my
Okay.
best. Yeah, just message me, Rachel Rackavan on Facebook. That's
Spell
the best
it,
way.
please.
RACHEL
Again, because I'm hard to hear.
RACHEL.RAKOVAN@gmail.com. That's
I
it.
kid about it, but
Oh,
I mean
geez.
it because it
He's
gets the
giving me
word out.
anxiety. He is stubborn.
Thank you for your
I'm
compliment.
stressed. Thanks, Alan.
Excellent.
Here
Thank
go.
you. Sit there, and we're
thanks.
gonna close
You're
the
a
show out.
sweetheart. I do
We-
love
we
you,
end
really.
this-
I don't mean it when I say bad things.
I take it as a compliment. Definitely. My ego won't get in the way of that.
Oh, that's
We'll be
good.
fine.
That's
I end each show with stay Joey strong.